Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Some very interesting news today. The mysterious so-called Magic Island on Saturn's moon Titan has disappeared in the latest Cassini images. Now, if you've never heard of Titan before, Titan is a very mysterious, awesome moon of Saturn. It's actually the largest moon of Saturn, and it is the only natural satellite known to have a dense atmosphere like Earth, and the only object other than Earth where there's clear evidence of stable bodies of surface liquid that have been found. The atmosphere is so dense, in fact, that you could actually fly on the surface of Titan with a pair of homemade wings, believe it or not. And this is because of Titan's thick atmosphere, low gravity, less than our moon in fact, and reasonable surface pressure, at about 50% of Earth's, so that by flapping a pair of wings strapped to your arms, you could fly in the skies with no more effort than walking. It's also, as I said before, the only other world with liquid that we know of. Aside from Earth, Titan has massive amounts of methane lakes on its surface, which is actually what this video is about. And these lakes and rivers are composed of liquid hydrocarbons, including Ontario Lacus, which is a lake 240 kilometers long in Titan's southern hemisphere. And Titan also has a climate system very similar to Earth. The liquids on Titan undergo a similar cycle to water here on Earth. Liquid methane evaporates from the surface, forming extremely thick clouds in the skies, which gives the entire moon this beautiful yellow haze, before eventually raining down and replenishing these massive lakes and rivers on the ground. Another fun fact is obviously that we've landed on it, and we will again. The Saturn orbiting spacecraft Cassini carried with it the Huygens probe, which landed on Titan on January 14th, 2005, and there are proposals being discussed for another landing, this time possibly using a boat. So basically, Saturn's moon Titan continues to be one of the most fascinating alien worlds in the solar system. Alongside its Earth-like weather system and possible underground ocean, it is the only place other than Earth known to have these large bodies of liquid on the surface. And in one of its seas, a mysterious feature is puzzling scientists. Now, this feature, dubbed the Magic Island, was spotted in images from 2013 and 2014 taken by the Cassini spacecraft. It appears near the coast of Titan's second largest body of liquid, Ligeia Mare, and measures about 260 square kilometers in size, roughly the size of Washington, D.C. The lake itself is 130,000 square kilometers wide. But mysteriously, this so-called Magic Island is not present in radar images taken in 2007, nor most recently on January 11, 2015, in an image released by NASA yesterday. Now, this suggests that Titan's oceans, composed of liquid hydrocarbons such as methane, are very active, which is something we weren't sure about in the past. NASA is quoted as saying, "Now we have confirmation that these seas are not stagnant ponds just sitting there, but there is activity in them. And perhaps most baffling of all, though, is that we don't know what is causing the feature. The predominant theory at the moment is that it is waves moving slowly on the surface of Titan. In other theories, the feature could be a result of bubbles rising up from the depths. It could also be some sort of liquid material dislodged from the bottom of the sea, temporarily rising up before sinking down again." The waves theory is supported by the fact that the moon's northern hemisphere, where the sea is located, is entering its summer, with Titan's year lasting 30 Earth years. Winds are expected to pick up during the summer, possibly giving rise to waves like this. Now, if you remember, last year, Cassini actually took pictures of these waves that were spotted on Titan's seas, in this image here, where you can actually see the sunlight glinting off of the waves in the water and the liquid below. And I gotta say, it is simply awesome that a moon like this, which is out near Saturn, one of Saturn's moons, out in one of the coldest areas of space, so far away from the sun, that it could still maintain these large liquid lakes with islands and mountain ranges. And here are some of those images that Cassini took when we landed on Titan, showing this beautiful mountainous terrain as the probe slowly landed down to the surface using a parachute. So we have these large mountains, we have rocks, we have these lakes, we have these large seas. And Titan is also said to be one of the best candidates for alien life that we know of in our solar system. That next to Europa, which is a moon of Jupiter, which has a large ocean a few miles underneath its icy surface. However, Titan is an anomaly, and it's very much like Earth. So much, in fact, that if you've seen the movie Oblivion with Tom Cruise, which basically takes place after an alien invasion has happened and the Earth has been destroyed, the rest of the survivors are supposedly now living on Titan. Which, once again, if you remember what I talked about in our early video, how Hollywood sort of drip feeds these little pieces of information that may be true. And aside from what NASA tells us, for all we know, Titan may very well be able to sustain life, human life, if not at least alien life on its surface. There's no doubt in my mind. And here we have another spectacular view of sunlight glinting off of Titan's seas here, through this thick, methane-filled haze that surrounds the moon. And by the way, Titan is actually bigger than Mercury, and is over 8,000 kilometers wide, or 5,000 miles, and is significantly more massive than all of Saturn's other 61 moons combined. Now, we have also reported in the past about some very anomalous surface features on Titan, because many people out there that I've spoken to about Titan believe that there are bases on Titan. There has been a lot of alien activity around Saturn. There have been these large ships seen in Saturn's rings, ships that look to be almost creating some of these rings that are around Saturn. And an amazing book that I will direct you to for more information on these large ships that were captured in orbiter images showing these massive cigar-shaped crafts around Saturn is what is known as the ring makers of Saturn. And you can Google that. I'm sure there's videos about it here on YouTube showing the images and speaking about it. It's an amazing read. And speaking of a possible alien presence that is already on Titan, or at least using Titan as a jump-off point, come from these images here that were taken by Cassini and seem to be depicting, along the rough terrain, these squarish, circlish type buildings that look like bases of some sort. They definitely look like structures, and they definitely stand out from the rest of the terrain. So if I had to guess, in our solar system, where are the most likely places for aliens to inhabit? I would say A, our moon. Well, firstly, I guess Earth. You could say Earth is number one. There have been a lot of stories and theories about underground bases, including stories from former military individuals. The second would be our moon. Now, if you follow our channel, you know that we are no strangers to finding, analyzing, and documenting anomalous activity happening on our moon. And the third would be Titan, because it is the closest body in our solar system that is like Earth. It has an atmosphere, it has liquid lakes and oceans, and although it may not be the perfect candidate for humans to live, it may very well be perfect for another race of beings out there. So basically, it's a very, very interesting body. We know that these oceans and lakes are now active, and we are slowly learning more and more about our mysterious neighbor and moon of Saturn. And if you're into ufology, I definitely think that you should educate yourself about these amazing moons and planets in our solar system, such as Titan, Europa, and Phobos, among others. So definitely interesting times. We will be going over any new NASA images of Titan in the future, so be sure to share, like, and subscribe on your way out, and we've got some more videos coming on the way. So stick around and stay safe.